So the reason why we're removing this alternator is because of the bearings and the clutch pulley. It's a little bit noisy, as you'll see in the next clips. So if you just listen to it, and then towards the end of the video, I'll show you once everything has been replaced. Hey everyone, so in this video today I'm going to show you how to remove the alternator, which is just down there on your Mercedes Sprinter. When you come underneath the vehicle, it's a lot easier to see it. So before I show you how to remove the alternator, we'll just discuss the tools that you require. Whenever working with electrics on any vehicles, especially with the alternator, you can go ahead and disconnect the battery from underneath here. If you need to see how to access the battery, just check the link down in my description below. I'll show you in detail on that video how to disconnect the battery. This one's got dual batteries and we want to save the memory, so we're not going to be doing that on this particular vehicle. And if that is the case, you have to be extremely careful when removing the alternator, which we'll discuss through the video. So these are the tools you're going to require. They are a little bit specialized if you don't have this. So this is an E-Torx, so it's a reverse type Torx. So it's an E12 that you need to remove the alternator bolts. You need a 17 mm or 17 mil multi-point, so a 12-point socket. This is to undo the tensioner. This is to release the tension off the serpentine belt. A ratchet for the alternator, and you need just a power bar or something similar to remove the tension off the belt, which I'll show you now. So everything we'll be doing underneath the vehicle, as that's the easiest way to access the alternator and the tensioner. You'll also need a small ratchet box to remove the main power cable, the feed cable on the alternator to 13mm ready. So now that we're underneath the vehicle, we want to gain access to this tensioner over here. So this is the bolt we're looking for over there, that one there. So that's where you need that 12-point socket with the 17, which is a 17 mm. So what you want to do is you want to get in there with your power bar, slot it in there like so, and then all you want to do is just push it so that it releases the tension of the belt. So once it releases the tension of the belt, we'll go ahead and remove that belt. Notice how it's got no tension now, and I can just pull it off any of the pulleys. So we'll just pull it off one of the pulleys, and that will free up the alternator. I'll show you that again. So I like to slide it off the main tensioner itself, and then you can just leave the belt in place, and then slowly release the tensioner. Don't spring it back too fast, and then you can pull this bar out. Now the alternator is free. Once we pull it off, I'll show you how to test the clutch on the alternator. So this is what I was talking about the main feed cable to the alternator. That's the positive, and we've got the connector over here. It's got a locking tab here that you have to release. Just be careful not to break the locking tab. Release it like so, and then just pull it out. So just like so, you've got to release the tab first and then pull out the connector. So over here, this is where the positive is. Pull this protector out, this plastic insulator, and use a 13mm socket to remove the nut on here. But if you're doing this live, just be very careful. But there are all metal parts here that are connected to negative, so be extremely careful not to touch anywhere. Like I was saying, be very careful. This is a live cable. And this is the nut we just removed. Carefully remove the cable, and now we'll just tape it up. If you've not done this before, don't do it the way I'm showing you. Just disconnect the battery. Now that it's disconnected, we'll go ahead and remove the E12 bolts. You can mark them, but I'll share the torque specs at the end of the video. And that's the alternator removed. While you're at it, pull out your serpentine belt and inspect the grooves for any cracks, any wear marks. Just inspect the whole belt. Check everything on it, and if it needs to be replaced, this is the genuine part number here. So it's a 6K2255563. While the belt is removed, make sure you just go ahead and just check each of the pulleys. Check it on the tensioner, check it on the idlers, check all of them, check them for excessive play, and check them that they spin freely but without any excessive noise. Just check all of that before putting it back together. So these alternators and most of the modern ones are fitted with the one-way clutch. So it spins one way, and if you notice, I can spin it this way and I can turn it. So to test this and make sure that the clutch has not failed, we'll just get anything, a screwdriver or anything similar, and you just want to jam it into the fan. You don't have to be aggressive with it. Now notice how it doesn't spin this way, but if I spin it this way, it spins this way. Notice how it's locked this way and it won't spin, but if I lock it and spin it this way, it still spins. So this clutch is good. The reason why we pulled this alternator out is the bearings are a little bit noisy. So we'll be sending this alternator to get it rebuilt. They are expensive brand new, so it's always best to rebuild them when you can. And this is the genuine part number. It varies from vehicle to vehicle, but in case anyone needs to see it, this is the part number of the alternator. So I'll show you the old one before, and we'll have a look and see what goes wrong with them. So as you just saw through the video, that's how you remove the alternator. We sent this off to get it rebuilt because the bearings were noisy. So while the bearings were also done, the freewheeling clutch or the pulley showed you in the video how to check it in case it's spinning on both ways. So then you have to replace it. But however, there's another problem with them. They do get a little bit of end float, which this one did have. And I'll show you now. So you would have seen the before when it was a bit whiny with the bearings and the clutch pulley. And now you'll hear that everything has been replaced. So if you listen to the vehicle now, so it's good preventive maintenance to always just check your pulleys, check your alternator, because the last thing you want is to break down somewhere while driving your Sprinter. So like I said, the specialist, they replaced the bearings, changed the brush pack, and also changed the pulley on it, and everything else was fine. So this alternator will go on for many, many more years. The genuine part number, I'll put it down in the description. Just watch my videos down below. I've also got other videos where I've covered the full rebuilding process. I will be doing a more detailed video on this pulley and what goes wrong with it, so do stay tuned, subscribe, and thanks for watching everyone. I hope this video was of some help to you. Do like and subscribe as it helps me create more of these videos. And do check out my channel. I've got plenty of other Mercedes Sprinter and other camper van and motorhome videos. Thanks for watching everyone. See ya.